and 10. Cousins. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. He'll be dropped out.
Tight end made a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And a Steeler pressure, too. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll be out right at the 35. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this. Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Again, it's Cousins. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Bailey missed it. It's no good, wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry for James Conner. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
From the 44, Roethlisberger. Open man here is Gentry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They had a catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Roethlisberger. That's caught. The former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Anthony Harris on the tackle. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Now Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On second down, it's Connor. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McDonald. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. On third down, Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Black 80. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
General West.
Final play of the half. Cousins going deep for Diggs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He finds his tight end Gentry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throw left side complete. It's McDonald. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own
24. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He completes it to Treadwell. A gain of 6 there on first.
Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. Cousins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Cousins now. And this one to Treadwell, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Cousins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Cousins to throw it. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Zebra.
Hey, 382, let's listen. Hey, Steve 6.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start the drive with Connor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run forward with Connor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. $12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. 1st down. Here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Cousins. And a pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Bud Dupree in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins, he's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Throwing, Cousins. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Cousins on 4th down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Black 20. Hey, come on now, come on now.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete to Smith-Schuster. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Here we go, here we go. Black 20.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one in.